All right, this is DreSpective coming at you with another video. This one is going to be about the Jessie Vargas Pacquiao fight upcoming November 5th. It's a welterweight matchup between Manny Pacquiao and Jessie Vargas, which is the WBA champ. Let's start with Manny Pacquiao. Okay, and I told you this is a biased channel, so um, I'm not really a big, huge fan of Manny Pacquiao. I haven't been a fan of Manny Pacquiao ever since the fight with Miguel Cotto. I really look at Manny Pacquiao as a guy who is cheated in the sport. I don't believe that in all essence that a guy can come from those lower weight classes and increase his knockout percentage as he moves up in weight. Um, it's I don't think it's impossible, but at the rate that he was doing it, I believe it's highly unlikely that he can actually dish out the punishment that he was dishing out at the welterweight level that he was dishing out at like featherweight and shit. It's just it doesn't seem logical, and anybody who can show me why it'd be logical, you know what I mean, I'm up for the debate. Also, I believe there's evidence of PEDs because everybody quick to say steroids. I don't actually even think that Manny Pacquiao was ever on steroids. I believe that he was on maybe HGH because of a sign of head growth, or maybe there's other PEDs that help with your energy because he is a high output fighter, high offensive fighter. He throws a lot of punches round after round, and it seems like he's never tired. And you know what I mean? He always had that popping power all throughout the fight. With all that said, let's get to the prediction of the fight between him and Jessie Vargas. Manny Pacquiao is up in age, flirting with retirement. Every fight. Jessie Vargas, younger guy. And the WBA champ. I think he took it from Saddam Ali. But this Saturday, I just don't see Jessie Vargas winning this fight. Jessie Vargas is not. He's not a very skillful guy. He's a very simple fighter, and he doesn't have good ring generalship. Doesn't have good power. He doesn't some mysterious power, but that goes back to PEDs. I don't trust none of these fighters. I don't put it past anybody. I'm a big, huge fan of everybody, but I don't put it past a lot of people because in different sports, a lot of different sports, PEDs are being used, and the reason that they're going undetected and not being caught is because basically a lot of these PEDs that they do have, they don't have tests to actually figure out what it is. There's a lot of PEDs that are going, under the radar because nobody know what they are. They're so new. PEDs are new in the last like 10 years. Nobody would have knew what HGH was if it wasn't a whistleblower. You have to have somebody who tells what is going on in order for them to even know that it's actually going on. And the NFL notorious for all kind of PEDs. Nobody knows what they are. Baseball, same thing. I'm pretty sure most of all sports at this point. And some of the simplest PEDs are just for endurance and not for strength, just so people can be at a high level for a long period of time. But Jessie Vargas, I don't think that he's a very skillful fighter. I think he's a one-trick pony. He has a 1-2. That's it. It's a 1-2. It's not a 1-2-3. It's not a 4-5 punch combination. He's giving you a 1-2. And that's not going to be hard for Manny Pacquiao to figure out. I think Manny Pacquiao has enough footwork to move around, get different angles, hit him with a lot of punches, and win round for round. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to knock him out. To me, it depends on if the guy is still on these PEDs. If he got a new PED or something that he's using that's different or something like that. But I don't think he has because in that Timothy Bradley fight, he did look like his former self in the last Timothy Bradley fight. So maybe he's bringing that back to the table. It's for WBA. It's not like the WBC. It's not like he's being tested. So, or if he is being tested, it's not something strenuous. It's not the best test. So at the end of the day, I feel like this is Manny Pacquiao's fight to lose. Manny Pacquiao will pretty much come in, and the only way I see him losing is if it was what I feel happened in the Timothy Bradley Pacquiao one fight, where I feel Bob Arum some kind of way when it went to a decision, he got those judges to judge in Timothy Bradley's favor because Pacquiao was not cooperating with him and wasn't on the same page with him, and he was trying to create himself a new superstar, and or at least somebody who could sell tickets. And what better way to make a name for a fighter than to beat a top name ranked fighter, come from nowhere undefeated and beat a top ranked opponent. And that's what I think Timothy Bradley got. And Bob Arum, I feel like, created Timothy Bradley because he was a good fighter, but he was never a great fighter. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I don't see anyone he beat. He only fought other top ranked opponents, and that's nobody. At least Manny Pacquiao got the opportunity to fight Marquez and Floyd Mayweather, and he had his battles, and I feel like Pacquiao had a great career outside of the fact that he had the PEDs, but that's the only way that I can see that Jessie Vargas wins this fight, because he's a young fighter and Bob Arum has been out there and he hasn't looked like he's been promoting for Pacquiao. On the ESPN interview where he was saying Pacquiao is working strenuous hours in the Philippines, and then he doesn't understand how he has time to train and then how effective he can be after training, working all those hours in the Senate. I think that he's building up for a letdown. Like, he wants people to see that his upset is on the brew and that this guy, Jessie Vargas, could sneak out a victory. I don't think he's knocking out Pacquiao. I don't think Pacquiao's going to stand there and let him hit him. I believe that Pacquiao is going to come in and give him a lot of different angles. Like I said, the only way is if it goes to a judge's scorecard, and we had one of those ridiculous decisions that we had in Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley won. And that's just my honest opinion. I'm very biased when it comes to Pacquiao. I do not like him. I feel like during, and let me go back to the history, but during the Cotto fight, I felt Cotto got the unfair shake because, Cotto is a big welterweight. He was a huge welterweight, from the start that when he was in 147. All the fights when he fought, what's his name? Got him in my head. Lost it for a second, but just throughout his career, he's been one of the most feared 147 because he was a big puncher, and that's why he pushed Floyd Mayweather the way he pushed Floyd Mayweather when they actually did have a fight. I thought that fight was long overdue because honestly, I felt Floyd, which is my guy, I'm a biased guy by Floyd. Floyd is my guy, but I feel like Floyd avoided that fight for a little while, and he did right by avoiding that fight. Cotto was a beast coming up before the Margarito fight, before the Pacquiao fight, and Cotto was destroying guys, and he was coming in with, a lot of power, a lot of pop. He was a big welterweight, and I just don't see how small Manny Pacquiao beat and brutally beat, not just beat, and I'm talking about Cotto wasn't going down. He was standing in front of those punches, taking those punches, but it's like he's getting hit with the same Margarito, loaded gloves. And he's I just don't understand how you're going to tell me that this small little Manny Pacquiao came up in all that weight, and I'm talking about brutally beat Cotto. So since that, I swear to you, I have no respect. You know what I mean? That was boxing is a life and death sport. You know what I mean? It's not like basketball. It's not like football, baseball, soccer. It's a life and death sport. People have died in the ring. And for you to come in there using PEDs, fighting these other fighters, which I believe is a long culture of that, for you to come in and use PEDs, fighting these fighters, I believe that's sickening. You know what I mean? It's pathetic and it's disgusting. And I was disgusted to see that fight. I don't care about the damn outcome. I don't believe Pacquiao won that as a fair shake. So since then I've been very biased versus Pacquiao. But I'm a realist. I do understand that he's a very skillful fighter, but to do the things that he's done, power wise, endurance wise, speed wise, stamina, I don't see it coming up in weight doing this to bigger and larger opponents, very larger opponents. So you're not gonna, you can't pull the wool over my eyes and tell me anything different from that. So again, I do see Manny Pacquiao winning this fight if it's a fair judged fight on the scorecards, maybe by knockout. I do not, however, see Jessie Vargas even having a chance in this fight, not even on the scorecards, and especially I don't think he's going to have that Manuel Marquez lucky punch that's going to put him down. And if I don't think Pacquiao's going to get caught with that. I think he has too much experience, and he's going to stay away from that. Like I say, choose a lot of different angles. He's going to beat this guy, and take him apart. The only way that he can win if it's a semi-competitive fight and it goes to the scorecards and Bob Arum robs him just to make himself a paper champion. So that's it. If you have anything else you want to add to it, or you want to debate about it, just go ahead and drop a comment, like, post, share, whatever you want to do.